Hey folks, welcome to this week's show. Season 5, what an incredible ride. We had one of the best years we've ever had here at Trapping Time. We put a lot of animals in the truck and we laid down some awesome footage. Had some great time with friends and family, and we just really had a great time bringing it to you. This week, we're going to show you all the highs and lows of Season 5 and give you a little insight what we're doing next year. This is Trapping Time. Well, look who I got out of bed this morning to go check traps. Never gets old seeing those dogs bouncing.
This is my story. This is my time. This is Trapping Time.
Got a little red fox up here, that's what it looks like anyways. This is just a perfect spot. I can check this trap from the dirt road, which is probably 150 yards from the road, but it's like by my house. Yeah, it's a little red. We don't have a whole lot of them around here, so we're gonna turn him loose more likely. We've got some really good color to him. A lot of black. Get up here closer to him, we'll get a look at him and probably get him out here and let him on his way. Got him locked down. Make sure it's tight. Take and release him. And there you go. And we're off. That's fox release. Yeah. Woohoo, look at there. Would you look at that? I don't know if you guys can see it there. Get up here. We're catching a lot of young dogs. A lot of young dogs here, but any coyote's a good coyote. Let's see what we got here. Catching coyotes is fun. Nice little Christmas morning there, coyote. That's just, guys, you know, location plays a lot into it. But we're on a farm that, for some reason, these coyotes, they want to be here right now. And a lot of times, you hit them just right, and you can have a lot of fun. But we got another little set down here. Called us a red fox. That's a big old red. That's probably one of the bigger reds I've seen in a while. He may just come home with us. That's a real pretty red. Get him out of here and get this set remade, and maybe we catch us another one or even catch us a coyote. There's another little trick we like to use. Just pin him down. Paw looks good. Off he goes. I'll have to kill some more mice and rabbits and anything else he can get his mouth on. Now we're gonna play spoiler alert because we seen this one. We just released a fox. We seen this one bouncing down here. It's always nice when you can check your other traps and see something in it. But this coyote here looks like he has a white tip, which is really cool. We got coyotes crossbreeding with our foxes. That'd be the first thing you'd hear on social media. He's got the set worked up really good. It's a bit muddy. Pretty cool. Nice sized dog. And you guys can see while we're here, see a hunting shack behind us? These guys trying to protect their deer a little bit. just never gets old seeing those dogs bouncing. This little setup here has connected time and time again. This was my hot spot here a couple weeks ago. Boy, that's a pretty coyote. See, they've got this place, just shut off here. They've got this place just tore up. And I don't know how to keep modifying it. I've worked this set over and over again, and you know what? A lot of guys would have pulled a new trap out and set it right beside it, but they're going to keep putting their paws in there. I'm going to keep putting a trap back in the same spot. Well, look who I got out of bed this morning to go check traps. All right, let's walk down here and see if there's anything. Look here. See it?
Uh-huh.
That's a coyote.
There we go. There's our wire. And there's a muskrat.
From the hills of West Virginia, Smokey's Deer Lures presents the first and only real pre-orbital gland lure in the world. Applying pre-orbital gland lure to a licking branch will allow you to take a complete inventory of the bucks at your favorite hunting spot. Get yours at smokiesdeerlure.com.
This portion of the show has been brought to you by the Duke Pro Series 550 Offset Cool Spring Trap. Be sure to check it out wherever Duke traps are sold.
Webster's Predator Bait 303 is a fresh rabbit-based bait with other food calling oils, all wrapped up with a smoky undertone that will force predators to investigate and work your set. 303 has numerous catches all over the country to its name and will put more fur in your shed.
Guess what we caught? A stinking minkin. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Not a super monster one, but you know what? He's a mink. Anytime you catch a mink in southwestern PA, it's a trophy. Let's get a look at him here. A little bit, but not a monster mink. Like I said, a mink nonetheless. Tickled to death. Oh, we caught him by both front paws. This rat wasn't going anywhere. When he committed hard. Looks like a good front paw catch. And it was. We're using a 1.5 Duke. And I'm trying something a little different this year, guys. We get into a lot of raccoons in this part of the country here in southwestern PA. So what I ended up doing this year was I hooked all my muskrat sets up on drag. Now we had a blind set here. This water was down. This was actually dry yesterday. And a little bit bigger rat than we just caught. All I did, this was probably one of the most simple. Uh-oh. Back him in the bed.
We got our...
That's cold. All right. We caught us that's a really nice sized rat. Hind foot catch and a Duke 1.5. And I've got to set up on a drag. We're actually using coyote drags because that way if we catch something big like a coon, he'll get hung up pretty good. But no, that's a real good rat.
All right, we're checking some muskrat traps here. And as you can see, we got a lot of rain last night and the creeks came way up. Probably one of those days I should have had my chest waders on rather than the hip boots, but we're going to attempt to step down in here and check them. Hopefully we don't go over our waders and end up on the blooper reel here. When I set this, this was below my knees. So this is one of the joys of water trapping, especially this time of year. Aha. Ah, there we go. There's one out of the bottom edge set. Really hoping to find a muskrat, not the 110 set live. So, nice muskrat. Right in, should be right there. should be when the water goes up about 2 feet, changes things a little bit. There's the stake. There we go. Yep. Got us another nice muskrat and a blind set with a 1.5 quill.
Well, would you look at that? That, my friends, never gets old. Well, the dogs were definitely moving last night on this property. Number 2. I'm not 150 yards from where I just caught that out. But, all right. Got us another muddy dog down here. Right in the same set I caught the one in the other day. Would you look at that? Muddy, muddy mess. Well, the old set connects. This property has been super good to us here for the last couple of days. This is the 4th dog I've taken off of here and tickled to death. Never gets old throwing these things in the buggy. Ugh. All right, folks. Now, I've been coming to Mississippi for 4 years now, and there's always been an otter toilet right here, and I've tried everything to catch an otter here. I've tried catching them in the water. I've tried catching them up here. So finally, last night, I decided I was going to. His toilet was in the same exact spot. I buried 2 Duke 175s on each side of that toilet, and I put some Old South Black Bayou in there, and it was just enough to get this old dog to come up out of the top and get caught. And I come down through here, and these logs were actually up on the bank, but this is about the best pinch point I found down through here. So all I did was I drug some logs off the bank, kind of like a beaver, and we used our H stands and a 330. And we got us a pretty decent sized beaver here. I had my H stand in right here. This beaver come down through here and he was just trying to get up through the creek. He's not going to climb over these trees. Otters the same way. They're going to go the easiest path. And we caught us a really big beaver. Guys, I'm 6'2", nose to tail. That beaver is going to push well over 4 feet.
We got one. We snared him coming up this slide right here. It's not exactly the snare we was looking for. We got him actually by the tail, which means he was able to get a little bit too far through it. So we're going to get him untangled here and dispatched and see if we can get this snare put back in this trail here and show you how we had this set up here.
When we come back, we're headed to the Trapping Time set of the
Well, you see, trappers are a special breed of people. We're dedicated, committed, and passionate about what we do and who we are. Each and every one of us has an intense desire to be the very best we can. So in the world of skinny jeans, man buns, and pumpkin spice lattes, sometimes you just have to stop, push back, and tell the world, that's not me. Whether you're from the far north or in the deep south and anywhere in between, Southern Snares can help you succeed at getting the job done and being who you are.
Robbie Gilbert here, host of Trapping Time TV. Hard to believe, Season 5. We'd like to give a big shout out to all the fans who made this possible. To show our appreciation, we're offering 10% off our entire website from now until December 31st, 2019. Just enter coupon code TRAP10. We carry a full line of trapping supplies such as Duke traps, Webster's Predator Control baits and lures, Sawmill Creek, Trap Set Supply, Old South lures, Night Owl lures, and many more. Before your next trapping purchase, enter TRAP10 and take advantage of all the great deals at TrappingTV.com. Hey folks, we're going to come at you a little bit different on this week's set of the week. Every week we're always throwing you different sets and different ways to put fur in the shed, and it's always a lot of fun. Well, this week we're going to touch on something a little bit different. At the end of every show, what do I always say? We're keeping a tradition alive here at Trapping Time. And that means a lot of things to a lot of different people. With me, it's my daughter. I love taking Peyton out on the line and showing her some of the experiences that I'm experiencing throughout the years on my trap lines, and it's been very enjoyable. But the bottom line to all this is, if we don't get these kids involved, the trapping industry as we know it is going to cease to exist. So we've got to do things to get out there and really spread the word of trapping and what it's really about. I've had the opportunity the last few years to be part of what's called Kids for Catches. It's an organization that was put together by Linda and Michael White. You may know them from my show from Sawmill Creek, Baits and Lures. They offered up some opportunities, as I like to call them, to help youngsters. So a lot of times you'll see me post on Facebook. We're doing a lot of kids days, a lot of infield stuff, and donations. Oh my God, these people can secure donations and outfit so many young trappers, and I feel very proud to be part of that. You see Jason Webster, you see a lot of us, and a lot of the people I work with on the show, we're donating our time, we're donating our products, and they're doing whatever they can do to try to get trapping, as we know it, out to today's youth. And I mean, it's no secret, a lot of these kids, they just want to sit around and play video games, and here's a couple people that are taking their own time and pushing the trapping agenda out there and letting them know that, hey, there's something out there besides playing video games. And it's just been a very great experience for me. Like I said, I mean, we're doing the field days, we're showing art, we're reaching out to kids that probably wouldn't have an opportunity to trap, and we're giving them that opportunity, either supplying them with traps and bait and lure and DVDs and apparel, and plus hands-on know-how. We're doing these field days, and we got these kids out there, and we get their hands in the dirt, and when they leave, they're like, you know what, Dad? I want to start trapping, and that's what we need. We need this younger generation. Trapping's always been that hidden sport that a lot of the old timers, they don't want to talk about it. When we came on the scene with Trapping Time, we went against the grain. We came out and we wanted to push the sport of trapping. We wanted the public to know, hey, it's not evil like everybody said. It's not some hidden society. We want to show you what we know. We want you to learn. We want you to spread the word. We want more trappers. The sad part about it is trapping is going to be its own worst enemy if we don't all get together and support each other. And Kids for Catches is one way of us supporting each other. And I'm not saying that they're the only organization out there, but they're the organization that I'm familiar with. But they've done a lot for the industry, and they continue to do a lot for the industry. And even next year, they have a lot of events planned, which we're going to try and support as much as we can. And I know a lot of the fellow trappers in the industry, they're all doing what they can do to make these events great and really get our kids into the sport. You take my daughter Peyton, love her to death. Is she going to be a long line trapper? Probably not. She's probably not going to run a trap line like old Dad does. But here's what I do like about it. She's out there, she's catching animals, she's having fun, but someday when she's 18, 19, and she's in college, and somebody says, trapping, it's evil, she's going to have enough to know about the sport to say, hey, listen, I've trapped. It's nothing like that. And be able to express her opinion, But do we want to bring up a generation of longliners? Well, heck yeah, we do. Definitely. But, the reality is we've got to show trapping in a light that is very positive. And that's something we've tried to do here the last 5 seasons of Trapping Time, and we're going to continue to do, hopefully, for 5 more seasons. But it's organizations like Kids for Catches that really aid us in being able to do that. So if you're looking to support a good wholesome event or group, Kids for Catches is definitely one that you're going to want to support to try to keep the tradition alive. Hey folks, be sure to check out our all-star lineup for the upcoming season. New for 2018 is the hard-hitting Blackout Predator bait. If you're looking for a beaver-based bait with some kick, this is it. We're also proud to add to the batting order our line of mouse-based baits. If you're looking for a mice bait so pure it's practically eating cheese in the container, then you will want to try Peyton's Pretty Mouse. Maybe you're looking for a bait with some long-range appeal for those cold winter nights, then you've got to try Peyton's Dirty Mouse. When you're serious about trapping predators like we are, then be sure to make your next purchase at TrappingTimeTV.com.
From the hills of West Virginia, Smokey's Deer Lures presents the first and only real pre-orbital gland lure in the world. Applying pre-orbital gland lure to a licking branch will allow you to take a complete inventory of the bucks at your favorite hunting spot. Get yours at Smokey'sDeerLure.com.
Folks, if you're really interested in having Kids for Catches do something with your organization, or if you got some trappers in mind that really could use some assistance, feel free to reach out to us here at Trapping Time. Check us out on Facebook, TrappingTimeTV.com. Any of those places you get a chance, reach out to us, reach out to Linda White, and they'll be sure to put you in the books and try to help out your organization. Now let's get back to the trapping.
If you look behind me, an old silver fox plugged up one of my coyote sets. But this is actually what we're after right here. We got us a nice raccoon here. And if you look, there's coon trails coming all the way around here. We got him with both hands in the cookie jar.
So what I did is I put a DP in here, or a Duke DP, ran this DP right out into the middle of the trail. So when they come down through here, they basically have to trip over it or they're going to stub their nose on it when they come through. And we was able to connect on a nice Mississippi coon last night.
In the woods. What do you think of that there, Peyton? Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
This trap has been here for 2 weeks. I knew it was eventually going to. We got us another one. I love remakes. A lot of these guys are always complaining, I can't catch other remakes. I catch one in a coyote, I can't wait till the next day because there's a good chance I'm going to bust another one right there. Look at that old dark dog right there. And we got a dog up here. I was actually shocked that I was going to catch one here. It's one of them places I threw a set out because I thought it would work. But it's one of them deals, if you don't have a trap out, you're definitely not going to catch one. These coyotes here were probably about 100 yards apart. Boy, they're dark. This one here is just dark too. Nice big dog. Last one I caught was a little bit smaller, but real nice looking dog. Let's take a look at it. Quit looking at me. We got lucky. Look at here. It's a nice dog, bigger than what we've been getting here on this property. We've been catching a lot of young ones. This trail is just so beat down, as you can see. If you look right by my boot, I'm gonna stride on it right here. They have this beat down. We talk about setting on sign, guys. This is what they mean by setting on sign. We caught us a really nice coon. All right, we're in Mississippi here, and I came around this big cutover about, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago when I seen this log here, and it just screamed a place for a cat set. I went in here and put 2 dirt holes. I've been taking possums out of this trap every day this week and got lucky enough to get this beautiful cat right here.
Yeah, that is definitely a brute. Well, we're here in Mississippi. We got ourselves a nice looking bobcat here.
Man, that's awesome. We're trapping this property. We've been trapping it for going on 4 years now, and we're always looking for cats when we're down here. Jason actually just caught a cat probably a quarter of a mile from here, and we were just wondering if I was going to get lucky enough to catch one today, and I did. Hey folks, I hope you really enjoyed this week's show as much as we did at bringing it to you. You know, season 5, we had a lot of ups and downs, but we was able to bring it to you and try to put out a great product. We want to thank all the fans. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here, and definitely the sponsors. You know, without your support, I couldn't do what I do and be able to bring to you guys every week some of the best trapping action in America. Next year, we got some big things planned up. We're going to focus on a lot of kids next year. You know, we always say we're keeping tradition alive. Well, we're going to be focusing on a lot of kids. We're coming at a different angle, and we think it's going to be something that the viewers at home, are really going to enjoy. Plus, you're going to take some great trapping action away. You know, until next season, like we always say, we're keeping the tradition alive here at Trapping Time.